Welcome to Geopolitics with Shukuru. We're the future.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. We are going to take a world tour of the news. We're going to go on major headlines around the world. So that's what we're going to do. What we do, we go through all the news and all the major headlines around the world, and we go through TV networks like BBC, NBC, Fox News, CBS, ABC, even Sky News, Sky News Australia, 9 News Australia, even French 24 News. So we go through those news and we take the major headlines, and then I broadcast them to my viewers. Is to show them what happened around the globe or around the world. Some TV networks care much about what happens in their countries, and some, so that's why I get in all continents and take one major news and share it to you. So here are the news, or here are the top major news that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the hostage release, and then we'll go to the tensions between the USA and China on trade or on rare earth minerals and the tariffs. So that's what we are going to talk about in the second phase. And then we will go to Africa. There are two major news, because Madagascar, the president is claiming that the citizens and the soldiers have organized or have joined in order to make a coup. We will also go to Europe again, to France, where the French president has again appointed a new prime minister. And then you will see the typhoon, or nor'easter typhoon. It's like hurricane, which is threatening the east coast of America. So, and then we'll wrap up with that news. So let's begin with the hostage release. Hear the video
of Gaza, and it looks as though that won't happen. Yeah, expected to land soon, and we've now got pictures filmed by our own crews in Gaza, our teams who have done the most incredibly heroic work for the last 2 years, operating there without us able to get in to help them, barred still from going into Gaza to this day. So our teams there have heroically carried out the work of brave journalism in Gaza, and today they've got the first pictures of the ICRC, the Red Cross vehicles, land cruisers, snaking their way through the apocalyptic rubblescape of Gaza, and inside those vehicles, we understand, are the first batch of Israeli hostages. So these are the first pictures of the vehicles carrying that batch out of Gaza. The hostages, the Israeli hostages, are being handed over to the Red Cross in a number of positions and locations around Gaza, and these are we think the first 7 Israelis to be handed over today. There will be 20 Israeli hostages, 20 live Israeli hostages handed over, and 28 bodies of those who've died in captivity. And as I say, these are the first 7 to be handed over. In those vehicles are 7, and amongst them Omri Miran, who Alex was talking about earlier. Just, you know, we have to put a human story to every name today. And
now to China with the United States, where the sanctions and tariffs are now entering their phase, as China and USA are fighting for the tariffs. But they have a meeting planned at the end of this month. We'll see whether it would happen. Here's the video which discusses much about the markets and market reactions about these tariffs.
Would impose an additional 100% tariff on Chinese goods, as well as sweeping new export controls. US markets reacted sharply, suffering their worst single-day drop since April. The move follows Beijing's own aggressive restrictions on rare earth metals. Despite the rhetoric, Trump hinted on Sunday of a possible off-ramp for Chinese President Xi Jinping, reassuring markets. All eyes now turn to the high-stakes Xi-Trump meeting at the end of the month, a make-or-break moment for de-escalation. Our number of the day is 8.3%. That's a jump in China exports in September, the biggest monthly total this year. Shipments to the US plunged 27%, marking a sixth straight month of double-digit declines. But booming exports to the EU more than made up the difference. The shift means that Chinese firms may be better insulated from President Trump's latest tariff threats.
Now to the South China Sea, where ships or vessels have collided. Chinese vessels and Philippines vessels have collided. Because of dispute in this China Sea, because China says it is its sea. So here the video which shows the incident. Yeah, here's what happened. The Philippines is accusing China of ramming and damaging one of the vessels in the disputed South China Sea, while China's Coast Guard placed the blame on Manila for the collision. So that is what happened to those collisions.
Pasok tayo, go!
To Bangladesh, where the government they have launched a massive typhoid immunization campaign, targeting 50 million children to protect against the spread of the drug-resistant disease, the typhoid. We don't know if it is going to help. Now to Africa, where Madagascar, the government is alleging that the military and the citizens are planning a coup against the president. Now to Mali. Mali, this country is it's like I don't know what to call them, but it's like they are joking. Yeah, because it is hilarious what they are doing. They have issued a retaliatory visa against the United States. They have imposed a retaliatory visa bond fees on U.S. travelers, a move that followed the U.S. adding Mali to a list of African countries required to post substantial financial bonds for visa. So that's what they have done too. We thank you for listening to Geopolitics. Thank you for listening, subscribing, and sharing with your friends and other people who like the news and but geopolitical news.